How many times have you been broke in your life? So if you don't pay attention, that's what I'm going to ask you to do. My name is Samuel Baloyi. I'm the founder and director of a company called Par Excellence. I am my own boss. I manage my own time. I manage my own schedule. I manage my own bank account. I decide what comes into my account and what goes out of my account. How nice is that? It's nice, ne? But guess what? It's more challenging than what you are doing. It is when I guarantee that when I work in this month, so many days, this is how much I'm going to earn. For me, I have to hustle to make sure that I earn what I want. So never desire to be Samuel Baloyi when you don't know the price Samuel Baloyi is paying. So when I talk to people, I love interaction. So I would love you to say halala when I hit a point. I get go me bro. Hemuruta shapa pointi ring amen. So ke to batla mona re halala because ke lo shapa di pointi tsana. Can I hear you say halala? I live to impact and transform lives. Mangbona umuntu, I don't see a useless item. I see an asset. I see a fertile ground to plant a seed that will germinate and grow and produce a harvest I will be proud of tomorrow. So that's what I live for. I'm an author as well. I've written 7 books. I'm busy on my 8th book now. So do me a favor and ask the person next to you, how many books have you written? And wait for an answer. Ask them, how many books have you written?
How many books?
Okay, there's no question. But let me tell you this, that each and every one of us has got 1 or 2 books within us. But we don't know that. So you've got money in you, but you don't know that. You are looking for gold somewhere else when gold is in you. So I am a behavior management specialist. My tone will not be primarily that of a motivational speaker, because what motivational speakers do, we pep up people, we excite them, make them feel good about themselves. My coaching tone will also have the motivation effect to it. But the primary mandate is to coach people, is to help you discover the potential that is in you, and then to show you how to apply that and to bring change in your life. So this morning, briefly, Google said to me, you've got 30 minutes, and I'm very time conscious, so I'll make sure that I speak within the 30 minutes that have been granted. And I want to address you on mind frequency. Say mind frequency.
Mind frequency.
When I speak of mind frequency, I'm talking about how your mind is set, how your mind is tuned. Unfortunately, we spend most of the time taking care and investing in our bodies, but we never invest in our minds. And every external behavior, culture, or actions are informed by the state of your mind. You are the product of your mind. That's why an idle mind is a dangerous mind. If your mind is empty, your pocket will never be full. Wealth is found in the pocket, but is created first in the mind. So the state of your mind determines the order of your life. If your mind is lacking, your life will be lacking. Your pocket will be lacking. Your effectiveness will be lacking. That's why people who become excellent are people who are excellent first in the mind. It's not by chance. It's not by luck. It's intentional. Excellence is an act of intentionality. You have to choose to be excellent. And once your mind is set up for excellence, your body will follow suit to produce excellence. It's all in the mind. What you think on a daily basis, what you invest in your mind determines how your life will be. Let me give an example with my own life. My life started to change when I started to love knowledge. So I had to defeat the order in my mind of hating knowledge. Angithi abantu abaningi sithi hayi ukufunda manje isipani, hey uyazi ukufunda incwadi isipani. I rather go for Daily Sun, ngoba iDaily Sun ingitshela istory nje esichazayo ukuthi kutholakala imfene ezingaki, ngabobani, ubani ogwaze bani, ubani oyenze ini. So we want those stories. But books with information, they're gonna take your effort. They're gonna take most of your time sitting there reading. You're gonna compromise some of the relationships. That's why when I leave here and get to my house, I lock my house, I lock my gate. You know why? It's not because I don't love people. I just don't want people coming into my personal space and wasting my time. So I rather use that time effectively to read and empower my brain, empower my mind. Because once your mind is stretched, it can never go back to its former state. It's a missed call, I'm going to redial. A stretched mind can never go back to its former state. Once you stretch your mind, once you plant seeds in your mind, nobody can take away the knowledge you have inculcated in your mind. There's a thin line between mind and brain. Your brain is an organ in your head. Your brain can be extracted. Your brain can be removed. But nobody can access your mind. Because your mind is spiritual. That's why the greatest investment that you must make it in your mind. Your mind determines words. Your mind determines actions. Your mind determines the feedback you give to conditions that you face in any work environment, in your personal space, in the community. The reason why we have eagles and chickens, it's all because of a mindset. Eagles don't flock. You never find eagles in groups. You never find eagles depending on partnerships for their value and worth. Eagles know personally that they are valuable and worthy. And they know where they belong. Where do eagles belong? Up there. So every time they come down, it's for a purpose. Fulfill the purpose, go back to where they belong. But chickens only find their strength when they've partnered with other chickens. As long as I've got someone else who's negative like me in the work environment, I feel needed. As long as there's someone else singing the same song that I'm singing, as long as I belong to a choir whose founder I don't even know, singing songs whose lyrics I don't even know, but I become valuable, I feel valuable, worthy and needed because I've got other people who are like me. That's a chicken mentality. Remember that as an eagle, you came here alone. You were hired alone. It is you who knows the purpose why you are here. It is you who know why you are paid. It is you who know what kind of value you must give to the company in order for the company to reward you. Because the company will not pay you for non-values. They pay you for the value you are contributing. So ladies and gentlemen, eagles' vision is futuristic. They think about the future. Their mind is set for the future. But the chickens, their mind is set for the present moment. They only think about what is here now, what is happening now. There are people who plan for the weekend, and there are people who plan for the third generation. It's all an issue of mindset. That's why month end, you will see the people who plan for the weekend. You will see the people who use money and the people who are used by money. I fall in the category of people who use money. That's why if you give me 100,000 today, you will see that I use money. I'm not used by money. But the people who are used by money, the first thing they're thinking of is clothes. The second thing they are thinking of is booze. The third thing they are thinking of, ukuthola inside zesipaya. That's a chicken mentality. You will never go anywhere in life. You will remain stagnant. Your peers will be progressing and overtaking you, and you'll develop jealousy. And jealousy, it's tantamount to witchcraft. Never give jealousy room in your life. Rather desire to be people, but don't wish for people to be you when they are ahead of you. And I'm gonna say that again. If somebody is living a better life than you, don't desire that they become you. Because becoming you would mean they must be demoted. But you must desire to be there. That's why when I meet Patrice Motsepe or a millionaire in the country, I always ask the right questions. That's an irrelevant question. It does not help me with anything. Because there is wealth of wisdom, there is wealth of knowledge inside Motsepe, which I can access within 2 minutes, and it can change the rest of my life. So I ask the right question. Dr. Patrice Motsepe, which button did you press to get to where you are? And I don't like answers that are common. Like, it's by the grace of God. I also have the grace of God. But I'm not where you are. So show me the button you have pressed to get to where you are. And Patrice Motsepe will then give me maybe 2 lessons that I will take home and implement. You see, the power of knowledge is not in hearing it, it's in applying it. What I'm teaching you this morning, all of us are hearing, but I can guarantee you not all of us are going to apply what we are learning. And that's why your life will remain the same. 3 months down the line when I meet you, I'll find you in the same place, in the same state, when I gave you so much wisdom within a few minutes. If you can take it in, digest it, derive lessons out of it, apply them, your life will become better. That's why I don't like motivating people based on what I have. Because that is undermining the people. That is undermining the audience. I don't know you. You might even have better things than I have. So if I come and tell you how many houses I have, you might have twice the number of houses that I have. And you will not be motivated. Instead, you'll feel shame on me. So I better come and tell you about you. Because there is nothing about you we are going to talk about until we talk about you. I'm going to say that again. There is nothing about you we are going to talk about until we talk about you. Because if we are talking about your money, it's you and your money. If we are talking about your relationships, it's you and your relationship. So ladies and gentlemen, the greatest asset you have is your mind. Never give your mind space to be idle. Every time, every moment, every space, every opportunity, use it to invest in your mind. You will not point out at the growth levels that have taken place in your mind, but it has happened. Let me give you a simple example. If you take a book now and read 1 page, you cannot tell what the 1 page has done to your mind. But there is so much impact and effect that the 1 page has had in your mind. We grow through knowledge. We don't grow automatic. We grow through knowledge. There are people growing old, not growing up. There's a difference. All of us are growing old by God's grace. All of us are growing in stature, but not all of us are growing mentally. That's why the people who are not growing mentally, there are people who even throw tantrums in a work environment. When there's a little conflict, you find umuntu wakhona ukhaba namatafula. He's kicking everything. Uyathukana emsebenzini, want to clap people emsebenzini. It's a sign that there is poverty of growth in the mind. The people whose mind has grown and developed, they don't throw tantrums when there's a conflict. They solve the conflict. Because they are matured people. So growing old is not growing up. That's why I'm not threatened by the attitude people give me. You know that there are people who give you negative attitude for no reason. You just walk into the bank, in your bank account. They don't know. They just look at you and judge you based on what you are wearing or based on how you look and the language you speak, and they just give you negative attitude. I hope a Cashbuild, there's no such people. As a company owner myself, I always tell bosses in companies that never put people in the forefront whose attitude is not rightly altered. Because these people, they are putting the brand of the institution at stake. Because the first person I meet, I'm negative attitude, I will go back and give the report which I've experienced and say, abantu base Cashbuild bayabheda. Kanti ababhedi, it's only 1%. There's a bunch of kind and caring people inside. But because of the 1% I first met. So ladies and gentlemen, how your mind is set determines the type and the form of attitude you are going to display. Umuntu oppositive is because of the state of the mind. A negative person is also because of the state of the mind. The most difficult thing to do on earth is to transform the mind of a human being. That's why my job is the most difficult job, to transform the mind of a human being. Because sometimes you are trying to help people and they are judging you negatively as you are trying to help them. You try to plant good seeds in the minds of people and they are repelling the seeds. They are like seed proofs. So as you throw the seed, and you are trying to help the very person. So I wished in my life that when I was in school, we could have had people like me today, what I've become today. I wish we had people like me. In those days, my performance would have been high at school. I'm going to give you the last example and I'm done. Because Kibwaka mind frequency. At school, I used to fail mathematics like most of you. Particularly black people, when it comes to mathematics, I may fail. So I would fail mathematics in all the grades. But when I got to grade 10, which was standard 8 then, grade 10, when I got to grade 10, there were 3 eagles in my classroom. These guys were passing mathematics. Why? Because of how their minds were set about mathematics. I succumbed to common order. Common order said mathematics is difficult, nobody can pass. And the teachers were telling us, those who were teaching us in school, they were telling us mathematics is difficult. And those were negative seeds they were planting in our mind. But when I got to grade 10, I had to change the mindset. I had to change the mind frequency and join the 3 guys whose minds were rightly set for mathematics. And guess what happened? They never made me what I became, but associating with them only unlocked the capacity and potential which lay dormant in me. Grade 11, Mbashaye Bonke, even the 3 guys. Grade 12, distinction mathematics. So over 2 years, in Pasekona Life in the Litas, you can go check the results. Yeah, I'm one of the people, I'm saying this humbly, I'm one of the people who produced positive results and high results at Fidelitas. But all the years, Menglogni failed at the same mathematics. And the problem was not that I'm bewitched. I had bewitched myself by how I've set my mind. So ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing impossible for you if your mind is fine-tuned. There is nothing that you cannot achieve if your mind is fine-tuned. If you can whip it in your mind, you can whip it anywhere else. If you can win in the mind, you can win anywhere else. Because how your mind is set also inspires the confidence you are going to display. There are people, if we can ask them to do public speaking, and we say, maybe Sis Gugu says to you, okay, today's session is going to be chaired by Karabo. Karabo, talk to the staff. You'll find Karabo will be trembling. Karabo will be shaking. Karabo lacks confidence. And I can tell you right now that the confidence which Karabo lacks is a byproduct of the order of the mind. If your mind can tell you that you are a great person, there is nothing that will stop you. If your mind can tell you that you are a winner, there is no challenge that will bring you down. If your mind can tell you that you are a success, there is no failure that will keep you down. But every failure will just be a lesson for you. You will just learn from it and go and win, because your mind tells you you are a winner. Let me tell you, people are not broke because of the absence of money. People are broke because of the absence of success mind. Money is money. I always tell people that in school, accounting teaches you about bad debt. How many of you did accounting? It teaches you about bad debt. It never teaches you about good debt. In my book, I teach about good debt. You know why? Money is money, whether borrowed or you are owning it. If you know how to use money, you will even use borrowed money to benefit you. Money will work for you instead of you working for money. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that some of you right now are saying to me, Mr. Baloyi, you know what? Tinas Kholama peanuts. It's not new to me. I've heard that in the Department of Education, in the police sector. I've heard that in the corporate, in companies, in banks. I've heard people say, Kholama peanuts. There's nobody who says Nkholagahle. Because money is never enough. But I'm saying to you, if you can't manage the peanuts, you can't manage the peaches. It begins with the peanuts. It begins with the 1 rand that you have. If you can manage it well, if you can set your priorities well, 1 rand onayo, you'll be able to set priorities well when you have 1 million rand. Never be driven by money, be driven by passion. Kungabi imali ekuvusayo ngoba maku imali ekuvusayo uzovuswa i-alarm clock. It will be the alarm ekuvusayo ukuthi uyespanini, because you are not passionate about the job you are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, you are creating a toxic and taxing environment for yourself if you are coming to a job you don't love. Learn to love your job. Learn to love what you are doing here so that you are passionate. Passion minimizes pressure. Even when it's month end and you get difficult clients and you are swamped with work, you'll be able to manage the pressure because you are doing what you love. Oh, halala, it's only one halala. Passion, ladies and gentlemen, is the enthusiasm, is the energy, it's the drive, it's the love you have for what you are doing. It minimizes pressure. People who are led and driven by passion are not driven by money. Money is never enough. Your fulfillment must emanate from the passion you have for the job you are doing at Cashbuild. Cashbuild is a great company. You know why you think Cashbuild is not a great company? It's because you are looking at how much you are paid. If you can move your eyes from the money you are getting and look at the company itself, you will see that Cashbuild is a great company. Most properties you desire, most houses, Maulogo Drivers Bona material is from Cashbuild. So Cashbuild is a great company. If Cashbuild was not there, those houses would not be built because they would not have the materials. And Cashbuild sells quality. Quality attracts quality. I want you to do me the last favor. Ask the person next to you, are you quality or fake? How do you know you are quality? You are quality when you are yourself. You are fake when you try to be other people. You are fake when you are easily influenced. When you are easily influenced to hate Cashbuild, the company that's paying you, you are fake. Because that attitude does not emanate from your heart. It emanates from associations. You need to be careful whom you associate with. Because there are people who are toxic for your development. You don't grow. You become stagnant. That's why you need to choose who comes into your space. Because those who come into your space must improve your makeup, must improve your inner arrangement, must improve who you are. Because who you are, it's how much you are worth. I want to show you.